following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
Good evening and welcome to Starry Bank Field for Game 3 of the evening of the 2022 Jim Pete Invitational Tournament. This game will feature the visitors on the scoreboard, the Southeast Twins, and the home team on the scoreboard, the Post 400 Stars. First, here are your non-starters for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Southeast Twins. Number 4, Nathan Unick. Number 10, Ty Fehrenbach. Number 14, Mason Fichter. And number 17, Sutter Balog. Here's your starting lineup for the Southeast Twins. Leading off, the designated hitter, number 7, Spencer Copeland. Batting second, center fielder, number 23, Callum Hallinger. Batting third baseman, number 20, Carter Beck. Batting fourth, doing the catching, number 9, Brody Dorrance. Batting fifth at shortstop, number 26, Connor Kerr. Batting seventh at first base, number 8, Dylan Fry. Batting eighth at second base, number 11, Mitch Hemmelsbeck. And batting ninth in left field, number 5, Peyton Ballin. Southeast is coached by Trent Dorrance and Blair Beck. Now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Post 400 Stars. First for the non-starters. Number 7, Joe Pryor. Number 9, Chayton Sen. Number 10, Drew Rarick. Number 14, Jacob Topp. And number 19, Logan Sullivan. Now your starting lineup for the Stars. Leading off, playing second base, number 6, Matt Bryant. Batting second at first base, number 28, Colby Hansen. Batting third at shortstop, number 2, Easton Rarick. Batting fourth in left field, number 11, Caden Graff. Batting fifth, doing the catching, number 20, Hayden Crescent. Batting sixth, designated hitter, number 12, Grant Batter. Batting seventh at third base, number 15, Eli Mock. Batting eighth in center field, number 3, Oliver Luck. Batting ninth in right field, number 16, Nick Hasbargen. And on the mound in Game 3 tonight, number 5, Jake Jereshevsky. Post 400 is coached by Matt Nelson, Ben Bryant, and Jeff Bickner. Now we would ask that you all please rise and remove all headwear and face the flag in right center field for the playing of our national anthem.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
All right, hi, hello, and welcome back to Starry on Bank Field here in Fargo, North Dakota. Game 3, Day 1 of the FM tournament on Magnitude Sports, and it's the Southeast Twins and the Post 400 Stars, Eric Tiongson, alongside Chris here, bringing you action, and we'd like to thank you for tuning in today from wherever you may. Chris, you get the chance, how you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing good. A lot of good baseball out here so far today, and hopefully it'll continue here, and I'm sure it will. It's been interesting to watch the wind and how that's played into some of the baseball so far, and we'll see how that continues.
Yeah, Game 1 for the Stars was a victory for them, and they'll look to get a win here in Game 2 as they take on the Southeast Twins. The Twins playing not too long ago. They are squaring off against the Game 1 opponent for the Stars, Tri-City Red, and that was a victory for Tri-City. So the Twins 0-1, the Stars 1-0. Both these teams looking to continue their tournament campaign. Of course, we'll bring you coverage of Day 2 as well from Starry on Bank Field. There'll be games at 1 and 4 o'clock for Post 400, and those can be found on Magnitude Sports as well. We're about ready to get started. For those of you that are joining late, we have your starting lineups, starting off with Southeast. Spencer Copeland batting first, the designated hitter. Callum Hollinger in center field batting second. Carter Beck over at third base batting third. Brody Dorrance, the cleanup man, catching. Connor Kerr will be the shortstop batting fifth. Cade Phillips in right field batting sixth. Dylan Fry will be over at first batting seventh. Mitch Himmelspeck will be at second base batting eighth. Batting ninth out in left field, Peyton Bowen. And then the pitcher for today, Aiden Tremble. And for the Stars, here's how they shape up around the diamond. Jake Jaroszewski getting the start. He'll make up the battery with Hayden Cresson, the catcher, Colby Hansen over at first, Matt Bryan at second, Easton Rarick at short, Eli Mock at third, and then the outfield from right to left, Nick Hasbargen, Oliver Lucht, and Caden Graff. And so here we go, Jaroszewski from the windup, and the first pitch of the game is on the way, and it's in for strike one to Spencer Copeland. So once again, the Stars with a victory over Tri-City in Game 1 and taking on the Twins in Game 2. The Twins with a loss to Tri-City in Game 1 and taking on the Stars in Game 2. One of 4 fields here, Starry on Bank Field for this tournament. Starry on Bank Field, Jack Williams Stadium, Young Field, and Matson Field. Those are out in Fargo, 2 of them, and then West Fargo and Moorhead. Once again, Copeland, Hallinger, and Beck, the 3 due up. Jaroszewski from the windup, second pitch taken high and away to Copeland to even the count. And I did get confirmation that it was indeed a scout that was here for Game 1. A scout from the University of Jamestown coming out to catch some of the talent at this tournament.
I would like to say, Eric, he is back.
He is back. You can see him right front and center. Has a nice view of what's going on down on the field. 2-1 taken for ball 3. And a hitter's count to Copeland. Jaroszewski getting the start, and as I like to mention throughout a lot of these broadcasts, actually tossed a no-hitter, that one, about almost a month ago out in Jamestown. That was in Game 1 of a doubleheader with Jamestown. And there's someone else there with a radar gun, as Jaroszewski's payoff pitch is going to be taken for ball 4 to Copeland. 1 up and 1 on for the Twins.
Batting second for Southeast, center fielder number 23, Callum Hollinger.
It brings up Callum Hollinger. I talked about the radar gun that we saw over the little road trip in Mandan and Bismarck, and while there's not one up on the scoreboard, it looks like maybe a part of the scouting department trying to get some speeds on the pitches from Jaroszewski as his first pitch to Hollinger is fouled off.
I think that might have to be part of our equipment now.
Yeah. There's been a lot of upgrades here to Starion Bank Field, built back in, I believe, 2017. And that might be the next project as the pitch comes in and is taken low for a ball to even the count. 1-1 to Hollinger, the number 2 hitter. Carter Beck in the on-deck circle. Jaroszewski's 9th pitch upcoming. 5 balls and 3 strikes. 1-1 fouled back for strike 2. Getting started right at 7:30. That was the rules that were put in place here, as the game before actually got done at around 6:40, usually about a 30-minute gap, but obviously honoring the 7:30 time. A lot of fans filing in here as the 1-2 is going to be hit through the hole for a base hit. Hollinger aboard with a single, and it's 2 up and 2 on. I gotta say, I would have felt slightly guilty after adamantly saying that the game was going to start at 7:30 if it ended up not, but thankfully, I think the rules of this tournament may be helping me out a little bit. 2 on now for Carter Beck. And already a dangerous chance here for the Twins to strike first. Jaroszewski checking the runner. Copeland with a nice sized lead over at second as he gets a big chop from Beck for strike 1. After Beck, it'll be Brody Dorrance, the cleanup man. Oh, 1. That one taken outside for a ball. Crescent able to knock that one down with his chest plate, keeping the runners where they are. 7:35 your local time. Still a bit windy, as Chris was mentioning in pregame, but the sun is out in full force. Can never complain about that, with just a few clouds dotting the sky. And now Jaroszewski will step off and check on the runner, Copeland.
As you said, I'm grateful for that one, because if we didn't have it, it would be warm.
It's been a very, very hot summer out in North Dakota. A few weeks ago, temperatures hitting triple digits, as the 1-1 is up high for ball 2. And even with the wind, some of the times, it's still really hot. You get a nice warm breeze. But it's a nice compliment to the sun shining down on us today. 2-1, chopped on the ground over towards Hansen at first, who will put his foot on the bag for out number 1. Runners advancing as the Twins will trade an out for 2 base runners advancing.
The catcher, number 9, Brody Dorrance.
That brings up Brody Dorrance. 2 in scoring position for Brody Dorrance. And just 1 down. You can get the feeling that a ball in the outfield is likely going to score Copeland. First pitch, that one hit the other way and just foul. Oh man, that was a close one. Hansen over at first, and the first game for the Stars, I saw him playing catch with someone. I assumed falsely that Hansen was going to be the catcher, but it is Crescent who's behind the plate in game 2. As Dorrance will take for a ball.
It'll be interesting throughout the weekend to see how each team manages their players, with a lot of pitches being thrown, a lot of games being played, keeping everybody from getting too tired, and be grateful for the 7-inning games.
Absolutely. Certainly, tournament settings like these are a real test to teams' depth, especially in the pitching staff. Of course, a lot of guys can only throw so many pitches in a week, per the rules. As the 2-1 comes in, that one chopped over towards Rarick at short. That's going to score Copeland from third. Throw on the way over to first, and they got him for out number 2. Hollinger will hold up over at second. So 2 down with the run coming across, and it's the Twins striking first. 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. That brings up Connor Kerr. after doing a little bit of research, I've come to the conclusion that the Southeast Twins hail from Saskatchewan out in Canada. Mentioned the international state of this tournament. Of course, we have a team from Winnipeg out in Manitoba, and now one from Saskatchewan. So at least 2 Canadian provinces being represented here in the FM area. And of course, I'd have to imagine they're in the southeast part, hence the name Southeast, and a closer proximity to North Dakota.
I think there's 3 total, 1 from Manitoba, 1 from Winnipeg, and this one from Saskatchewan.
Well, there you go. 3 Canadian teams, 2 provinces represented. Geography is fun after all. At least in my opinion, as the 1-1 is chopped on for strike 2 to Kerr. Jaroszewski looking to end the top of the first right here. Cade Phillips on deck. Checking the runner, checking twice. From the stretched fastball taken outside. Count even at 2. Southeast with a run here in the top of the first, threatening for another with a runner in scoring position. It's 2s across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down. And that one is fouled off. Kerr with looked to be almost a half swing, a defensive swing of sorts, and able to get his bat to the ball and stay alive. And he'll dig back in. Next pitch number 24 for Jaroszewski as he'll fake a throw back over to first. Maybe just checking on the runner, Hollinger. Now here's another 2-2. Pitch on the way, and he got him looking for strike 3. It's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Jake Jaroszewski, and that's going to do it here for the top of the first. 1 coming across on 1 hit, 1 left on base. It's 1-0. The Southeast Twins up on top over the Post 400 Stars, and we'll be back with the bottom of the first. Top of the order upcoming for Post 400 right after this here on Magnitude Sports.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit Doolittle'sRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local running store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford Truck Giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today, and thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
All right, welcome back to Starry on Bankfield, Fargo, North Dakota. Time for some evening baseball here. Game 3 of the FM tournament. Game 2 of both these teams' campaigns, and it's 1-0 as we approach the bottom of the first inning. 1 run coming across for Southeast. It's going to be the top of the order. Matt Bryant, Colby Hansen, and Easton Rarick, the 3 up, facing off against Aiden Trimble, who will be getting the start on the mound here for Southeast. And Bryant, the second baseman, will dig in for the first Post 400 at-bat of the night. 10 minutes into this one. Trimble with a high leg kick from the windup, and the first pitch, a fastball taken. Seen some unique windups and deliveries. Back last week in Omaha, we saw a sidewinder. I gotta say, I think this is the highest leg kick that I've seen this season. That is awesome, as Bryant fouls it off to even the count. One from Trimble. And a big looping breaking ball taken outside for ball 2. 2-1. Fastball hit the other way and foul. Second foul ball of the at-bat for Matt Bryant. And it puts the count back even at 2. Tremble's 2-2 on the way. And he got him swinging for strike 3, a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for your first out of the inning. And it brings up Colby Hansen.
Batting second for post 400, first baseman number 28, Colby Hansen.
Some more post 400 baseball going on today. That out in Brookings, game 1. Out in Brookings, the Astros taking, I believe, what was a 15-3 victory, and game 2 is in progress right now as Hansen takes the first pitch for a ball. After Colby Hansen will be Easton Rarick, then Caden Graff. 1-0 pitch. Hansen dribbling that one, and that one carries through the hole for a base hit. Hansen aboard with a single, the first hit of the game for post 400. And here comes the shortstop, Easton Rarick.
Shortstop number 2, Easton Rarick.
Rarick has Hansen over at first after his single. 1 on and 1 down for Rarick. Tremble will now work from the stretch with the runner over at first. And he will turn and fire over to first into the glove of Dylan Fry as Hansen is able to slide back in time. First pitch to Rarick. Fastball, Rarick popping it up, and it carries well out of play. Count at 0-1. Of course, we saw the Rarick 1-2 punch in game 1 for post 400 with Drew Rarick batting 4th over at first base, and Rarick will get a rest here in game 2. 0-1, runner goes as that one is lofted out towards right field, and coming in and making the catch is Phillips, now firing back over to first to try and double him off, and Hansen gets back in time, and now he'll head back over to second. Ball getting by, and Hansen standing up at second base. Rarick flying out to Phillips for out number 2. And it brings up Caden Graff. So almost in a way a sacrifice fly of sorts. They do trade the out for the runner advancing. Now a runner in scoring position for the cleanup man. Just like how they drew it up. First pitch Graff will take for a ball. That last pitch, number 10 for Aiden Trumbull. 4 balls and 6 strikes for him. Trumbull will turn around and fire back to second. (1-0) taken for a ball. It's interesting to note, seems like when working from the stretch, that leg kick reduced just a little bit for Trumbull. Maybe has something to do with he likes the kick more from the windup as opposed to just from the stretch. As you can see, his leg down just a little bit more as that pitch comes in for ball 3. Of course, I'm no pitching mechanics expert. These are just baseline observations that I'm making. Anyone that's seen me try and pitch will know exactly what I'm talking about. As the 3-0 is taken, ball 4. Graff will walk on 4 pitches. 2 on and 2 down now for Hayden Cresson, the catcher.
Batting 5th for post 400, catcher number 20, Hayden Cresson.
And a chance here for the Stars to try and maybe tie this game up with 2 on. Base hit makes things very interesting right here. First pitch, and Cresson takes a fastball in the zone. After Cresson will be Grant Matter. Trumbull's 0-1. Breaking ball taken outside. Count now even. Trimble with 15 pitches. Jaroszewski's pitch count in the 20s for the top of the first. That pitch count in this tournament setting is going to be something to watch, like Chris and I talked about, as that one gets by. Hansen over to third and Graff over to second. 2-1 now to Crescent.
Another thing to think about is these guys traveling, I think, roughly 6 hours to get here. It's a lot of travel time back and forth for a game. They be a little tired from that as well?
Yeah, well, certainly is travel season, as the pitch will come in and a fastball taken by Crescent for strike two. Although we'll say, just to play devil's advocate here, not that I'm going to disagree with you, as travel certainly does take a lot out of me. I will say at this point I feel like these teams have been traveling for a while. But you never know. It is something to monitor, as the 2-2 is cranked out towards the gap. On the move is going to be Ballin, and that one's dropping for a base hit. That's going to score a couple. Hayden Crescent giving the Stars the lead here in the bottom of the first.
Batting sixth for Post 400.
And it brings up Grant Matter.
Hitter number 12, Grant.
So a 2-run double for Hayden Crescent. I will say it was roughly a 6-hour drive to and from Omaha, and I was certainly pretty tired after that. As the pitch is going to be taken by Matter for ball one. Second hit of the game here for the Stars. Crescent coming into the clutch with a 2-run, 2-out, 2-bagger. As Matter lifts that one out towards the outfield, very high over towards right field, and Phillips will make the catch for out number 3. So that's going to do it here for the first inning, as two come across on 2 hits, 1 left on base. 2-1 your score. The Stars up on top over the Twins, and we'll be back with more baseball right after this here on Magnitude Sports.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
All right, we're back here on the Magnitude Sports Network. It's the Twins and the Stars. Game 3 here at Starion Bank Field for the FM tournament, and it's 2-1 after the first inning of play. Due up for the Twins, it's going to be Cade Phillips, Dylan Fry, and Mitch Himmelsbach.
Right fielder number 2, Cade Phillips.
Phillips will lead things off against Jake Jaroszewski, who had 24 pitches in the first inning, 11 balls and 13 strikes. Couple of base hits for the Stars and 1 base hit for the Twins in 1 inning of play. Jaroszewski will kick off the second. His pitch taken outside for ball 1. "21 minutes into this one, 7:52 your local time. Starting just right at about 7:30. 2-0. Check swing, and I think he held off. Umpire's going to appeal, and he did. 3-0. Jaroszewski from the windup. That pitch catching the zone for strike 1. 3-1 now to Phillips. Jaroszewski looking to battle his way back in. And the 3-1 hit the other way out towards left field, and Caden Graff will make the catch for out number 1. One up and one down as it brings up Dylan Fry.
Baseman number 8, Dylan Fry.
Fry over at first base here for the Twins. Base is empty with one away. Fry takes the first pitch in for strike one. Oh, one. That one bouncing in the turf to even the count. Talked about the familiarity on the hats for Tri-City, the TC. Well, the Twins, familiarity in their jersey as it says Twins naturally over the front of it, and in a very familiar font for those that follow a certain baseball team out in the Twin Cities. Count is at 1-2 to Fry. And that pitch fouled off over the backstop.
Even better, the Twins out of Canada.
Yeah, almost like their sister team in a way.
Made it really difficult to figure out where they were from.
1-2 hit the other way over towards first. Nice pick by Hansen. Underhand toss. Jaroszewski catching it on the run for out number 2. 2 down now for Mitch Himmelsbeck.
Batting 8th for Southeast, left fielder number 11, Mitch Himmelsbeck.
There's nothing that a little digging on Google and Twitter can't do to try and find where the team is at. Of course, the the name Southeast is vague enough in itself. Not that it's a bad name, of course, but Southeast could be practically anywhere that is both south and east. But we do believe that it is Southeast Saskatchewan, as that one is going to be flared out towards center field and dropping for a base hit. It's going to be a 2-out single for Mitch Himmelsbeck on the first pitch of his at-bat. He's now 1 for 1.
I do believe they're out of Estevan, Saskatchewan.
Well, there you go. Now we have a city, too. I'll admit, for as much as I love geography, I actually don't know where that city is, but I'll certainly have to conduct some research now. Pitch on the way to Ballin is taken for a strike. Runner over at first after the single. These two teams now even on hits with 2 apiece. Oh, 1 high and away for a ball. Jaroszewski checking on the runner over at first. 1-1 pitch popped up out towards right field. On the move is Hasbargen as it drifts over into foul territory. Foul ball puts the count at 1-2 with 2 away. Jaroszewski will step back out on the mound. Ballin back in the box. 1-2. There goes the runner over to second. Darting over towards the bag. The throw on the way, and it escapes the glove. Himmelsbeck safe over at second. Sometimes you see those situations and can get into the classic rundown, but Himmelsbeck able to get over to second safely, and just like that, a runner in scoring position for the Twins. One, two, taken low for ball 2. Ballin lays off and the count even. 2s across the board here in the top of the second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down. Next pitch will be pitch number 40 for Jaroszewski. And it's taken high for ball 3. Count now full to Ballin. Ballin will settle back into the box. I said Ballin there, as I meant to say Ballin. Bit of a slip. People that watch soccer might know what I'm referring to, as the 3-2 comes in and is taken for ball 4. Ballin will walk. It's 2 on now for Spencer Copeland.
Designated hitter Spencer Copeland.
Copeland walking his first time up, the leadoff man. Maybe, just maybe, a chance for a 2-out rally for the Twins. First pitch high to Copeland for a ball. One-0. Fastball finding the zone to even the count. Count now even at 1 to Copeland, the leadoff hitter. And Jaroszewski will step off, quickly step back on. Now he'll fire back over to second. That ball getting by as Himmelsbeck will hold up over at second.
It's that wind we were talking about, Eric.
Yeah, we saw it play a role here in the first game, especially early on. That was a big source of a lot of the offense, ironically enough. And still blowing just a little bit here as we move towards the evening and night. 1-1. Ooh, oh man. Copeland getting the absolute worst of that one, and we can only hope that he's okay. Walking around, standing under his own power. Maybe just a bit of a stinger right there as he continues to walk around. A painful foul ball for strike 2. And that is cruel. You have to take it on the shin and you get a strike charged to your name. Walking around, and he gives a thumbs up. And it looks like he's going to settle back into the box with a 1-2 count.
Glad to see it.
It's becoming a growing trend in this game. A lot of those players will wear a shin guard of sorts, especially on their front leg when they bat, to try and prevent that situation. But of course it's bulky and it's hard to move around in. Pros and cons to it, obviously. And you can never predict when that's going to happen, as the 1-2 is going to be taken for strike 3. Jaroszewski gets him looking for a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout, and that's going to do it here for the top of the second. As we head towards the bottom of the second, your score remains 2-1. The Post 400 Stars up on top over the Southeast Twins. Back with more baseball. FM tournament on Magnitude Sports. And we're back in a moment after this.
Signarama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signarama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signarama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signarama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
All right, welcome back. About to start the bottom of the second inning. It's going to be Eli Mock, Oliver Luckton, Nick Hasbargen, the 3-2 up. The 7, 8, and 9 for the Stars. Just a little over half hour into this one, 31 minutes gone. And for Aiden Tremble, he's got 20 pitches in the first inning of work, 10 balls and 10 strikes. As the high leg kick makes its return and Mock takes the fastball low for ball 1. 1-0 to Mock, ball 2. To Mock, and he gets a piece of it and fouls it off. Foul ball puts the count at 2-1. 75 degrees outside with 14-mile-per-hour winds. That's your weather situation, as it'll be cooling down and the wind should go down significantly over the next hour or so. That pitch is taken for ball 3. 10-mile-per-hour winds at 9, and then at 10 o'clock, 6-mile-per-hour winds.
Perfect timing.
Absolutely, as the 3-1 is on the way, and one taken for a strike, finding the corner. Full count at 3-2 to Eli Mock. Payoff pitch, survey says, popped up over towards center. Hollinger charging on in and making the catch for out number 1. Nice grab by Callum Hollinger out in center. 1 up and 1 down. And it brings up Oliver Lucht. So Hollinger, the center fielder for the Twins, getting some action. Now the center fielder for the Stars getting some action in the batter's box, and Lucht. First pitch on the way, and Lucht sends that one out, carrying out towards left center and dropping in the gap for a base hit. And Lucht is thinking too. Over to second, he wheels, and he's in with a stand-up double. Chalk that up as the 3rd hit of the game for the Stars.
Batting ninth for Post 400, right fielder number 16, Nick Hasbargen.
And here comes Nick Hasbargen for his first at-bat of the tournament. Hasbargen in the outfield and batting 9th today. Hasbargen shows bunt and can't quite square it up as it goes foul. Nick Hasbargen, a name we're starting to see a lot more on the lineup card for the Stars, as he got a few good games in over in Omaha, used a lot as a runner as well. Oh, 1 pitch, Hasbargen takes for a ball. Taking off for third is Lucht, and he's in standing up. One and one to Hasbargen. Runner over at third. And he takes that pitch for ball 2. Two one from Tremble. Taken low for ball 3. Hasbargen telling Lucht to hold up over at third. Dorrance able to knock it down. Leadoff man Matt Bryant in the on-deck circle for Post 400. 3-1. Finding the zone for strike 2. Good battle between Tremble and Hasbargen. Full count pitch on the way and taken for ball 4, and now taking off for home is going to be Lucht, and he trots in to score the 3rd run of the game. 3-1 the Stars lead. Puts on one for Matt Bryant. Bryant 0 for 1, striking out his first time up. He's got Nick Hasbargen over at first after the walk. What is now a 2-run ball game, one coming across thus far in the bottom of the 2nd. First pitch, runner goes over towards second. Throw on the way, sliding in is Hasbargen, and he's safe with a stolen base. Count is at 0-1 to Bryant. Second pitch of the at-bat on the way, and Bryant holds off and takes for a ball. 1-1. Tremble turning around and firing back over to second. After Bryant, it'll be Colby Hansen to hit. 1-1 inside for ball 2. Bryant backing off the plate a little bit there as that one came in a little bit inside. Now with the classic hitters count at 2-1. Tremble deals again, finding the zone for strike 2. Two from Tremble. That one chopped on the ground over towards second. Himmelsbeck firing over to first for out number 2 as Hasbargen will advance over to third. 2 down now for Colby Hansen.
First baseman, Colby Hansen.
Hansen 1-for-1 singling his first time up. That was the first hit of the game for the Stars. That pitch up high for a ball. Taking off for home is Hasbargen, and now trotting back as that one took a nice bounce off the wall for the Twins. Not too often you see a runner book it for home and then immediately retreat back, but Hasbargen able to get back in time. Keeps the score at 3-1. 1-0 taken low for a ball. And Chris, you talked about the importance of pitch counts here in these tournament games. Tremble already with 40 pitches, 21 balls and 19 strikes. That pitch is up high for ball 3.
And this is his first game pitched of the day. Important to keep in mind.
Absolutely. Three-0 to Hansen. And he'll take for a strike. Chris with a little bit of an inside edge there as he stuck around and watched the game as that one is popped up very, very high. Out near the mound, and it's caught by Tremble, the pitcher, for out number 3. So after 2, your score 3-1. These Stars up on top over the Twins. And to the top of the third we go. We'll bring you more baseball. It's the FM tournament on Magnitude Sports. Back with more in a jiffy right after this.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
Life is busy, and we all get distracted from time to time. But at Sarian, they work hard to keep what's important to me in focus. They are continually upgrading their technology, so I can spend more time playing and less time banking. And although I can do almost all of my banking away from the branch, visiting my banker in person puts a smile on my face and reminds me they're always there for me, ready to help.
All right, welcome back. Top of the third inning about to get underway. Eric Teoxen and Chris here on Magnitude Sports in what is a 3-1 ball game between the Stars and the Twins. It's going to be Callum Hollinger leading things off. Hollinger is 1-for-1 with a single in this ball game as he takes the first pitch for ball 1. Hollinger, Beck, and Dorrance, the 3 scheduled to hit. Jaroszewski with 45 pitches through 2 innings. Now we'll be on 47 as that one is dribbled foul.
Little update on a couple other games going on. West Fargo Patriots lead Gillette Prep 2-0 at the top of the third. And post 2 out of Fargo and Team Manitoba just getting started in the bottom of the first, still 0-0.
Well, there you go. Thanks, Chris, for those updates, as, of course, we have a lot of baseball going around the FM area during this tournament. Those will be some scores to watch here as those games play out alongside this one. Always a fun tournament feel, having multiple games going on at the same time. Alger with a 1-1 count, back into the box he goes. Jaroszewski deals, that one chopped back up the middle, charging in from short as Rarick scooping and firing on the fly for the first out of the inning. Nice play by Easton Rarick, and it's one down.
Third baseman Carter Beck.
Brings up Carter Beck, and a lot of times we talk about hitters sort of getting into midseason form, maybe starting to really get into their zone. For Easton Rarick out on the field, he has been phenomenal over at shortstop over these past few weeks. Taking his game to another level with plays like that. As the first pitch is going to be popped up very, very high by Beck. And it'll be caught right on cue by Rarick for out number 2. One pitch, one out. Peak efficiency for Jake Jaroszewski. As it brings up Brody Dorrance. And interestingly enough, that's sort of become a calling card of sorts. Said that a lot in the doubleheader between the Stars and the Patriots of Fargo and West Fargo, but did not say that once in the first game in this tournament for the Stars, as that pitch is fouled off by Dorrance out in foul territory. And it's going to be caught. Colby Hansen making the catch in foul territory, and once again, one pitch, one out. Peak efficiency, and it's an efficient inning for Jake Jaroszewski. And that's going to do it here for the top of the third. A 1-2-3 inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, no nothing, and we'll go to the bottom of the third. Easton Rarick, Caden Graff, and Hayden Crescent coming up right after this on Magnitude Sports.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
All right, so welcome back. About to start the bottom of the third inning here at Starring on Bankfield. 3-1 your score between the Twins and the Stars. And Chris, I believe you have another score update. Is that correct?
Yeah, bottom of the fourth for Winnipeg and Moorhead. And Moorhead leads Winnipeg 15-6. A very high-scoring game already.
No kidding. 21 combined runs right there. And Moorhead looking to protect their home turf, as it's going to be Rarick, Graff, and Crescent, the 3, 4, and 5 due up against Aiden Trumbull. Trumbull with 43 pitches through his first 2 innings of work, 22 balls and 21 strikes. 3/4 of an hour into this one, and Rarick will settle in. Rarick 0 for 1, flying out his first time up. First pitch on the way to Rarick, and Rarick grounds it over towards second, over towards Himmelsbeck, who fires over to first for out number 1. And almost like I spoke it into existence there. One pitch, one out. Peak efficiency for Aiden Tremble. Brings up Caden Graff, the cleanup man. Graff 0 for 0, walking his first time up. Tremble from the windup, pitch taken for a ball. Now here's the 1-0. Graff chopping at that one for strike 1. 1-1. Breaking ball and Graff laying off. Classic hitters count at 2-1 to Caden Graff. Hayden Crescent in the on-deck circle. Two, 1 inside and taken for ball 3. Graff looking to be the first base runner of the inning for the Stars. Trimble again, taken for ball 4, and Graff will walk. Over to first he goes, 1 on and 1 down for Crescent, who's 1 for 1 with a 2-run double. That one opening the scoring for the Stars back in the bottom of the first.
Catcher Hayden Crescent.
Next pitch will be pitch number 50 for Aiden Trimble. From the stretch, Crescent takes in for strike 1.
Interestingly enough, Jaroszewski, the pitcher for the Stars, is also at 50 pitches.
Well, there you go. 50s all around.
It's not a number you hear very often.
0-1. And Crescent takes for a ball. Taking off for second is Graff. Throw on the way, and Graff slides in, feet first, safe. Stolen base for Caden Graff, runner in scoring position. One pitch. Crescent line shot out towards the outfield for his second hit of the game. Graff is going to be waved on home as the throw comes in over towards the relay man. And Graff is in. Crescent with his third RBI of the game. He's now 2 for 2. And he just continues to swing a very hot bat for the Stars as it brings up Grant Matter. 4-1 your score. Now 3 of those runs coming off the bat of Hayden Crescent. Matter 0 for 1, flying out to center his first time up. And Matter takes the first pitch for a strike. Oh, 1. And Matter lays off as Dorrance is able to knock that one down. A lot of times you might see a courtesy runner in for the catcher, but especially over these past few weeks, it's not exactly been a guarantee, and we see Crescent over at first. 1-1. Catching the outside part of the zone for strike 2. Mentioning Hasbargen being on the base pass a lot for the Stars last week in Omaha, and Hasbargen was usually the courtesy runner of choice. Of course, Hasbargen in the game now. 1-2, taken for a ball, and now taking off for second is Crescent. And Crescent rounding second, and will hold up about 1/4 of the way to third before heading back.
It's definitely interesting to see no relief for the catchers here, as that's another very, I would say, the most demanding physical position.
And I would have to agree. But I'm sure Crescent probably relishes the chance to be out on the base paths, as that opportunity does not come every day. As Matter hits that one the other way. Nice pick by Fry over at first for the second out. Of course, Crescent getting over to second on what would technically be ruled as a passed ball, so it wouldn't go in the scorebook as a stolen base, but it'll probably be close enough for him, and he might give himself that. As it brings up Eli Mock, who's 0 for 1, flying out. First, Trimble will check on the runner, Crescent. Now Crescent getting the rare chance to slide back on a pickoff attempt. A little bit of everything for him out on the base pass. Pitch taken low for a ball to Mock. He'll get a few practice swings before stepping back in. One 0. Taken outside for ball 2. Two 0 to Mock. And he swings and fouls it off. Foul ball puts the count at 2-1. Now 60 pitches for Trumbull. Will be averaging probably just a little over 20 an inning once this one is all said and done. Two 1 pitch chopped down the line and foul. That one a close one there. Fry was on his feet over at first, ready to pick that ball in mid-flight, but on the right side of the chalk, and that puts the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down here in the bottom of the third. Trumbull's pitch popped up very high out towards right field. Coming in is Phillips from right, and he puts the squeeze on it for out number 3, so that's going to do it. Here for the third as one is left on, one coming across. Hayden Crescent with another RBI, and it's 4-1. The Stars up on top over the Twins as we'll take it to the 4th inning right after this here on Magnitude Sports.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, so welcome back. About to start the 4th inning here between the Twins and the Stars, and it's going to be Connor Kerr leading things off.
Shortstop Connor Kerr.
Kerr is 0 for 1, striking out his first time up, and just as Chris was saying in the previous half inning, Jake Jerszewski on 50 pitches on the nose, 21 balls and 29 strikes. Here's 51, as that is dribbled up the middle. Charging in is Bryant over from second, and Bryant just can't quite get the throw off in time as Kerr, I should say, is safe over at first. One up and one on. Is officially going to be ruled as a single. And it brings up Cade Phillips. Phillips 0 for 1 flying out. So now 3 hits on the game for the Twins and 4 for the Stars. Pitch on the way and taken for strike 1 to Phillips. Then after Cade Phillips, it'll be Dylan Fry. Oh, 1 ducking down is Phillips to avoid it as he takes for a ball. Even count dealing. That one painting the outside part of the zone for strike 2. 1-2 to Cade Phillips. Jaroszewski again. And he got him. Got him swinging for strike 3. A Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for your first out of the inning. Brings up Dylan Fry. That one, the 3rd strikeout of the game for Jaroszewski. Fry 0 for 1, grounding out his first time up. Kerr over at first after the single to start things off. First pitch, line shot through the hole, base hit. Fry aboard with a single. He's now 1 for 2, and it's 2 on for the Twins.
Left fielder Mitch Himmelsbeck.
Brings up Mitch Himmelsbeck. Himmelsbeck is 1 for 1 with one of those 4 hits with a single. First pitch with 2 aboard. Popped up very high and carrying out of play. Fans ducking for cover and nearly a nice catch. Looks like it just escaped one of the spectators here.
Catch,
for a foul ball.
I'll take either.
As long as it doesn't hit us, right?
Yep. That's why we have a roof over our heads.
And thank goodness we do, as that one is taken to even the count at 1. One to Himmelsbeck as he hits that one sharply down the line but fell. Now at 1-2. Runners will retreat to their respective bases. Next pitch, number 60 for Jaroszewski. First he will fire back over, and he got him. What a catch and tag by Matt Bryant. Jake Jaroszewski catching Connor Kerr napping for out number 2.
Impressive.
Pretty much everything had to be perfect on that pickoff, and they got it down to a T. Now 1-2 with 2 down. Pitch on the way, taken for a ball. Taking off for second is Fry, and he's in standing up, rounding second, and will hold up there. 2s across the board here in the top of the 4th. Line shot on the ground and through the hole for a base hit, and now waving home is going to be Fry. Fry on the way and sliding in head first, safe. Throw from Crescent trying to get the runner. Himmelsbeck over at second. Himmelsbeck is safe. He's now 2 for 2 with an RBI. Fry scoring, and just like that, it's 4-2.
Second baseman Peyton Ballin.
Brings up Peyton Ballin. Ballin walking his first time up. Now 5 hits on the game here for the Twins, as Ballin takes high for ball 1. Just over an hour into this one as well, an hour and a minute gone. Jaroszewski firing back to second again. Himmelsbeck safe over at the bag. One-0 pitch, fastball in for strike 1. Bryant, the second baseman, you can see him clapping his mitt a little bit as he monitors the situation at second. That one lifted over Bryant. It's a base hit for Ballin. Coming home is Himmelsbeck, and he's in safe. And it's a 1-run game, 3-4. Peyton Ballin with an RBI single.
Designated hitter Spencer Copeland.
Brings up the top of the order in Spencer Copeland. Copeland 0 for 1, walking and then striking out. 3-4 your score here, as a couple of runs come across for the Twins.
Pinch hitting number 17.
It's actually going to be a pinch hitter. Sutter Balog will come in and pinch hit. First pitch, and Balog will take for a strike. Now here's the 0-1. That one is driven out towards left field and foul. Rolling almost all the way to the wall, but a foul ball for strike 2. Balog will settle back into the box. 2 strikes with 2 down here. Runner over at first is Peyton Ballin. Oh, 2 pitch, dribbled foul. Balog able to stay alive. And another 0-2. And he just got a piece of that one. A check swing of sorts, but able to get a piece of the ball. And he stays in the box. 3 straight foul balls in this at-bat. Pitch on the way and fouled off for 4 straight. Good battle between Balog and Jaroszewski with the top of the 4th hanging in the balance. Jaroszewski checking on the runner. Now here's another 0-2. That one over the head of the shortstop, Rarick, into the outfield for a base hit. Rounding second and being held up at second is Ballin. It's a 2-out single for the pinch hitter Sutter Balog. 2 on now for Callum Hollinger. First, it looks like we're going to have a visit to the mound as Coach Fickner will walk out to the bump. Infield coming in as well. For Jaroszewski, he's on 69 pitches, 24 balls, and 45 strikes for him. Hour and 5 into this one. There's 2 on with 2 down for Hollinger, the number 2 hitter, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Looks like it's just going to be a quick chat on the mound. You can see the umpire monitoring the situation as well, but
little update just after 5 innings, the Winnipeg and Post 2 game is called 17-7.
All right, well there you have it. So 17-7 your final score in that one. Of course, back in Omaha last week, we saw an 8-run rule go into effect. I'll be honest, it was a 10-run margin of victory there, but I'm not sure if it was 8 or 10 runs that ended up going into the decision for the mercy rule. First pitch, and Hollinger takes for ball 1. That one also getting through the hole for a base hit, and digging almost digging for home. Being held up at third is going to be Ballin. Bases loaded now for Carter Beck. Beck 0 for 2, grounding out and then flying out. Ballin over at third, Bollig over at second, and Hollinger over at first. Those are your faces on the bases for the Twins. And a big spot here for Carter Beck to try and break this game open. First pitch taken for a ball. Crescent able to pick that one and perhaps save a run. (1-0) taken for ball two, and taking off for home is Ballin. Throw on the way, the tag is down, and he's safe, and it's a tie game. The Twins tie it up here in the fourth. Runners advancing to second and third as well. So 4-4 your score here in the fourth inning. 3 coming across for Southeast.
A vital half inning.
Absolutely. Looked like for a while that Poster 100 was going to establish a comfortable lead, but the Twins able to claw their way back in. (1-0) chopper over towards second. Bryant heading over, firing over to first for out number 3. So that's going to do it here as we are halfway through this one. 2 left on and 3 coming across in what has turned into be a pretty good game between the Stars and the Twins. It's 4-4 on Magnitude Sports, and we're back with the start of the second half of the game right after this here on Magnitude Sports.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right, so welcome back. About to start the bottom of the fourth inning. It's going to be Oliver Lucht leading things off. Lucht is 1 for 1 with a double in this ball game. For Aiden Trumbull through 3 innings of work, 62 total pitches, 31 balls, 31 strikes as Lucht swings at the first pitch and it drops into the outfield for a base hit. Lucht now 2 for 2 with a double and a single respectively. In a game where it's been offensive galore thus far, Lucht adding to it with his 2 hits. Hasbargen settling in, the number 9 hitter who walked his first time up. After that will be the top of the order and Matt Bryant. Hasbargen shows bunt and lays it down nicely over towards the pitcher. Trimble firing over to first, and a nice job by Fry, the first baseman, to keep his foot on the bag for out number 1. Sacrifice bunt as they trade the runner for the out. Lucht advancing over to second. Here's the leadoff man, Matt Bryant. Bryant 0 for 2, striking out and then grounding out his last time up. He's got Lucht over at second after the bunt. Bryant takes the first pitch low in the zone for strike 1. Now the 0-1 taken for a ball. Count even to Bryant. One pitch on the way, hit the other way out towards left field as Ballin will make the catch for out number 2. Lucht holding up over at second. 2 down now for Colby Hansen. Hansen 1 for 2, singling and then flying out his last time up. Hansen ducking down, avoiding the breaking ball. Taken for ball 1. Easton Rarick in the on-deck circle. Second pitch of the at-bat, taken for ball 2.
You know, Eric, you had mentioned to me earlier that it seems that between innings there's a little bit less time during these tournaments. And it'll be interesting to see if that affects how the teams play as well.
Yeah, it seems like something I noticed in Omaha. We'll hold that thought for a sec as that one is driven out towards the gap and dropping for a hit. And Lucht is going to score. Colby Hansen with his second hit of the game. An RBI double, and the Stars get the lead back. 5-4. An offensive onslaught continues for these two teams. And it brings up Easton Rarick, but to your point, yeah, I noticed it last week in Omaha and a little bit here between these first 2 games that I was able to catch glimpses of, that it seems like that there's just maybe a few seconds fewer in between half innings. Of course, a lot of games to be played. So I can see the logic behind that, as that one is going to be taken for a ball, and taking off for third is going to be Hansen. And Colby Hansen is another player who's really started to come into his own for post 400. 2 hits on the game, including the go-ahead hit right there. One out to Rarick, inside, taken for ball 2. Trembles 2-0. Rarick takes low, ball 3. And the Oregon makes its triumphant return.
Baseball classic.
Absolutely. 3-0 pitch taken for ball 4. Rarick walks. And it's runners on the corners for Caden Graff. Graff, who has walked his first 2 times up, still 0 for 0 on the game. Big spot for him here. The Stars getting the lead back, scoring 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Threatening maybe for more. 2 on and 2 down. Next pitch will be number 75 for Trimble. Runner goes. Graff takes. Throw on the way over towards second. And in standing up is Rarick. Now 2 in scoring position. A 1 Tremble back to the windup, and he gets a chop for strike 2. Oops, did not mean to hit that. It is still just strike 2, 0-2 count. Tremble's pitch fouled off. And Graff able to stay alive. Here's another 0-2. That high leg kick once again. Fastball taken low for a ball.
That last foul, I watched at least 5 people sitting in the stands reach up before they realize it's about 100 feet over their heads.
Everyone wants a piece of the baseball. As the 1-2 comes in and is taken low and outside for ball 2. I myself have been to my fair share of baseball games throughout my life, but have never been fortunate enough to catch a foul ball / home run ball. There's a few times I got close. As the 2-2 is taken for ball 3. The most vivid example I can remember of is the Minnesota Twins versus the Texas Rangers back in 2011. My father and I went early for batting practice, and we saw Josh Hamilton take batting practice, and that was a spiritual experience. As the payoff pitch is taken for a ball, and Graff will walk. It loads the bases for Hayden Cresson.
Hate to break it to you, but that window in front of you is closed. I don't think a ball is going to come through there.
Well, I don't know. At least
I hope.
Today will be my lucky day, but maybe one of these days I will get my big break. A big spot here. Hayden Cresson, who has been swinging a red-hot bat. Actually, it's going to be Chayton Sen. So Sen will come in here with the bases loaded, and a huge spot for him. Sen looking to pinch hit for Cresson, and we've seen Sen catch some a little bit too. It is possible that he will come in behind the plate. But we do know it's Colby Hansen over at third, Easton Rarick over at second, and Caden Graff over at first. Those are your faces on the bases for the Stars.
Got to point out the sleeves that I just noticed the Twins are wearing that say Canada on them.
Well, there you go. Further confirmation.
Pinch hitting for Cresson, number 9, Chayton Sen.
And what a spot this is for Chayton Sen. Bottom of the 4th, bases loaded, 2 away. First pitch from Trimble after the meeting, and Sen takes for a ball. One-0 from Trimble. Pitch popped up out towards center field. This could be the out that the Twins are looking for. Charging in and making the catch is Hollinger. And that'll do it for the 4th as 3 are left on base and 1 coming across. The Stars get the lead back 5-4 your score as we approach the 5th inning of play. We'll be back with more baseball. It's the FM tournament on Magnitude Sports. Eric Tiongson and Chris, and we're back with more in a moment.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, we're back here as we are about to start the top of the 5th inning. It's going to be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for the Twins. Brody Dorrance, Connor Kerr, and Cade Phillips facing off against Jake Jaroszewski in inning number 5 of pitching. Jaroszewski with 73 pitches, 26 balls, and 47 strikes.
Another score update for you. West Fargo Patriots, top of the 7th, 2-0 over Gillette Prep.
Sounds like we got a close game over at Young Field. Of course, we saw the Patriots back earlier this week in a doubleheader with the Post 400 Stars, and the Patriots getting the sweep in that one, going into this tournament in pretty fine form. So here is Brody Dorrance leading things off. Dorrance 0 for 2, grounding out and then flying out as he swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. Count at 0-1. Hour 21 into this one, 8:53 your local time out in Fargo, North Dakota. And Dorrance lays off to even the count. One on the way. Inside for a ball. Dorrance looking like maybe he thought it hit him. But it's in for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Jaroszewski from the windup. Pitch on the way, hit hard but fell. Over near the bleachers by the bullpen. Count even at 2. Two-two pitch from Jaroszewski. A fastball laid off low for ball 3. Full count at 3-2 to Brody Dorrance, and a payoff pitch on the way. Payoff pitch, survey says, grounder up the middle for a hit. Dorrance aboard with a leadoff single. 1 up and 1 on for the Twins, as it brings up Connor Kerr.
Shortstop Connor Kerr.
Kerr is 1 for 2, striking out and then singling his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat, Kerr sends it foul. Oh, 1. That one dribbled over towards short, maybe a chance for 2. Underhand toss, and leaping up to grab it was Bryant, as the Stars will have to settle for getting the lead runner, Dorrance. So chalk it up as a fielder's choice as Kerr will reach safely, and they get the runner out over at second.
Right fielder Cade Phillips.
Brings up Cade Phillips, who's 0 for 2, flying out and then striking out. Phillips holding off on the first pitch. Taken for ball 1. Connor Kerr, the runner, over at first. 1-0. That one in the zone for a strike. Count even at 1 as Phillips briefly steps out and will settle back in. And the lefty looks like he got a piece of it and fouled it off, and that was very important as Kerr would have been ready to zoom on over to second base. Instead, the count is at 1-2. Jaroszewski's pitch taken for a ball. Taking off for second is Kerr, and he's in standing up. Connor Kerr into scoring position. The count even at 2. Now the 2-2. High for ball 3. Full count at 3-2 to Cade Phillips. Payoff pitch. Survey says ball 4, and Phillips will walk. It's 2 on with 1 down. And it brings up Dylan Fry. Fry 1 for 2. Grounding out and then singling his last trip to the plate. Jaroszewski briefly stepping off, checking the runner. Fry swings at the first pitch, as it looks like did not get a piece of it. And so Kerr will advance over to third, Phillips over to second. Count at 0-1. 2 in scoring position.
90 feet from tying the game.
Right on. 0-1, big chop for strike 2. He's going to be a big couple of next pitches for Jaroszewski. You have to imagine with 2 in scoring position, you'd try and get the out on the strikeout right here. 0-2, and that one is dribbled foul. Fry just able to get a piece of that one. He'll settle back into the batter's box. Jaroszewski now on 90 pitches on the game. Time will be called as Fry steps out, gathering a few thoughts as he awaits a very important pitch. Another 0-2 taken for a ball. Cresson can't quite find it, but it's right by him as he's able to locate it in time. 1-2 to Fry. Now Jaroszewski will fire back over towards second. He got a pickoff earlier on in the game, but Phillips was aware of the throw. One, two, taken for a ball, taking off for home is Kerr, and Kerr is going to tie the game. It's 5-5. And now the go-ahead run just 90 feet away. Two-two pitch. Dribbled foul. Now here's another 2-2. That one over towards third. Mock able to check the runner. Now fire over to first for out number 2. Phillips holding up over at third. Heads up defense by Eli Mock to prevent the runner from scoring. Now 2 down for Mitch Himmelspec. Himmelspec is one of the ideal bats for the Twins in this spot. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Driving in a run as well. First pitch, and he takes in the zone for a strike.
One more game update. West Fargo Patriots win over Gillette Prep 2-0.
Well, there you have it. So the Patriots with a 2-0 victory out over at Young Field as Himmelspec will foul it off for strike 2. 0-2 count. Jaroszewski and the Stars looking to end the top of the 5th. High and away for a ball. Now the 1-2 dribbled up the middle over towards short. Rarick on the move, firing over to first. Quick throw, and he got him. What a throw by Easton Rarick. As that is going to do it here for the 5th. One left on base as the game is knotted up 5-5 between the Twins and the Stars. And we'll be back with the bottom of the 5th. Good game in our hands. Don't go anywhere. Have some words from your sponsors and then more baseball on the Magnitude Sports Network.
Signorama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signorama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signorama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signorama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
All right, about ready to get the bottom of the fifth start in what's been a good game, tie game, 5-5 between the Twins and the Stars. It's going to be Grant Matter leading things off. Matter 0 for 2, flying out and then grounding out his last time up. Grant Matter, Eli Mock, and Oliver Lucht, the three hitters coming to the plate, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Tremble's 84th pitch of the game on the way as Matter lays down the bunt, and it's foul, and getting back up on his feet quickly with a smile on his face. Taking a tumble there as he was digging over for the bag, and probably pretty thankful now that it's a foul ball. He'll get a chance to do it all over again. 0-1 pitch, Matter with a check swing of sorts. Going to peel down to the umpire, and they're going to say he went for strike 2. So quick 0-2 count to Matter, the DH. This Matter's first year with the Stars. Saw him last year with the 16U team, the Astros. Up high for a ball.
Notice just behind the Stars dugout a couple players playing catch. I wonder if they're going to be pitching or catching possibly.
Well, it looks like they are maybe warming someone up as the pitch comes in. Matter laying off, and it's taken for ball 2. That was a good observation, though. Jaroszewski's pitch count getting up there. It is not impossible that they might be warming up the next arm on the mound. Or it could just be, well, it's tough to tell for sure as that one is fouled off. And it's over towards those players and nearly caught. Colby Hansen, one of them. I can see the back of his jersey, and from the looks of it, looks like to be Easton Rarick. Rarick over at short, Hansen over at first in this game as the 2-2 is on the way and taken outside for ball 3. This payoff pitch will be number 90 for Trumbull. Payoff pitch. Survey says chopper foul. Matter able to stay alive. Good battle between Matter and Trumbull. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat, and Matter sends it the other way, dropping for a hit. Just barely fair, and Matter will hold up over at first with a single. One up and one on for Eli Mock. Mock is 0 for 2, flying out his first 2 times up. It was a long and winding road for Matter to get on over at first, but after 9 pitches in the at-bat, was able to reach safely. Or 8, actually, I should say. Bunt being shown, taking off for second is Matter. Throw on the way, and Matter beating the tag. He's safe.
As I look at the count, Jaroszewski, the pitcher for the Stars, at 100 pitches.
There you go, right on 100.
So I wouldn't be surprised. It's a good number.
It is. We will see for sure as the inning turns over. 1-0. Ooh. High and tight for ball 2. Mock able to avoid getting smoked, and he settles back into the box. Tremble will fire back over to second. Hit hard out towards the outfield and dropping for a hit. Matter is going to round third, digging for home. Throw on the way, and Matter is in safe. Helmet coming off, and he scores the go-ahead run. It's 6-5. RBI single for Eli Mock. How about the speed by Granton Matter, digging around third and heading home. As it brings up Oliver Lucht, and here's a meeting on the mound here for the Twins, and a quick fist bump and handing over of the ball for Aiden Tremble. So that's going to do it for Aiden Tremble after 94 pitches. He'll head out to the dugout, and we'll see who the new man on the mound is for the Southeast Twins as he's going to get his warm-ups in. But the situation for him is Eli Mock over at first with 0 outs. And I believe that is number 20. It'd be Carter Beck, and it is. So Beck will warm up. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Beck versus Lucht right after this.
Now pitching for Southeast, number 20.
You may already know that at Close Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Close Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Close Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
Life is busy, and we all get distracted from time to time. But at Starion, they work hard to keep what's important to me in focus. They are continually upgrading their technology, so I can spend more time playing and less time banking. And although I can do almost all of my banking away from the branch, visiting my banker in person puts a smile on my face and reminds me they're always there for me, ready to help.
And we're back. Back in action here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Oliver Lucht settling in with Eli Mock over at first for the new pitcher, Carter Beck. Beck coming in over from third base. Runner goes on the first pitch. Throw on the way from Dorrance. And beating the throw is Mock. Safe over at second with a steal. First pitch came in for a strike to Lucht. I believe it looks like it is Tremble over at third. So maybe just a straight swap as Lucht sends that one the other way out towards the outfield and dropping for his 3rd hit of the game and being waved home vehemently is Lucht. Lucht on the way and he slides in safe. Or excuse me, not Lucht. Mock, as Mock will be safe over at third. So now a triple for Oliver Lucht. He's got a single, a double, and a triple. He's 3 for 3, bringing home Eli Mock to make it a 2-run game. Apologies there as I tripped over my words a lot there between Lucht and Mock. But it was Lucht with the hit, safe at third, Mock safe at home. And Hasbargen in the box now. Nick Hasbargen 0 for 0 with a walk and a sacrifice bunt as he takes the first pitch for ball 1. 2 coming across here for the Stars in the bottom of the 5th. Still 0 outs. 1-0 pitch on the way. A big chop from Hasbargen. They're going to say it's a strike, not a foul ball, and that's going to result in another run. Lucht coming home to score, and it's 5-8. Count is at 1-1 to Hasbargen, who now has the bases empty.
Biggest lead we've seen all game.
Absolutely. It's been back and forth, just like you and I were talking about during the break. Chopped up the middle, over the pitcher, digging for first is Hasbargen, and he's going to be safe. Hasbargen safe at first, reaching base for the 3rd time today.
Second baseman, Matt Bryant.
That brings us back to the top of the order, and Matt Bryant. Bryant is 0 for 3, striking out, grounding out, and then flying out. Hasbargen over at first. And they'll check on the runner. Another throw back over to first. Close call there, but Hasbargen able to slide in safely. First pitch, runner goes over towards second and in. Standing up is Hasbargen. 1-0 now with a runner in scoring position. One-zero pitch. Bryant takes for ball two, and Hasbargen dancing in between second and third, but he holds up. Colby Hansen in the on-deck circle. Here's the 2-0. That one missing just low for ball three. No, 3-0 to Matt Bryant.
Absolutely huge inning for the Stars. So still 0 outs, chance to make it even bigger.
Yeah, they've roared to life as the pitch is taken on the outside part of the zone for strike one. You mentioned the biggest lead of the game, also the most runs scored in an inning for the Stars. They had 2 in the bottom of the first and now 3 here already in the bottom of the fifth. Pitch on the way, that one through the hole for a base hit, and being held up at third is going to be Hasbargen. Initially waved home, but holding up as the Twins were able to get the ball in quickly. First hit of the game for Matt Bryant. Brings up Colby Hansen, who's 2 for 3. Hansen with a single, a flyout, and a double. Hasbargen over at third, Bryant over at first. And like Chris mentioned, still just 0 outs. First pitch to Hansen. Hansen showing bunt and now firing back over towards third as the catcher Dorrance checking on Hasbargen, as Bryant will be safe over at second. Pitch was in for a ball. 1-0. Finding the zone for strike one. One from Beck. And a big chop from Hansen for strike two. Beck and the Twins looking for a very important first out right here, trying to get the ball rolling. One, two, and he got him looking for strike three. Carter Beck with a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout, and right on cue, the first out of the inning. Brings up Easton Rarick.
Shortstop, Easton Rarick.
Rarick 0 for 2, flying out, grounding out, and then walking his last time up. 2 in scoring position for the shortstop. Rarick swinging on the first pitch and fouling it off. Oh, 1. Fastball just missing the zone. One to Rarick, who takes outside for ball two. Two-one pitch, and that one getting by. Taking off for home is going to be Hasbargen, and he touches the plate for run number 9 and the 4th of the inning for the Stars. Bryant over to third. Score now 9-5 here, a 4-run ball game. Three-one to Rarick, who swings and hits it foul. Count now full at 3-2. 3-2 on the way. And a line shot through the middle for a base hit. Bryant's coming home to score, and it's run number 10 for the Stars. RBI single for Easton Rarick. And it brings up Caden Graff.
Left fielder, Caden Graff.
So 5 coming across here in the bottom of the 5th for post 400. They lead by 5 and threatening for more with still just 1 down. Graff 0 for 0, walking his first 3 times up.
Some very high-scoring games today.
Absolutely. As the runner goes over towards second is Rarick. Throw on the way, and Rarick beats the tag. Safe with a stolen base. One-0 pitch taken for a ball. Two-0 from Beck. Graff takes up high for ball 3, and now just 1 pitch away from his 4th walk of the game. Graff takes in for strike 1. Could not quite find the free pass on that pitch. He digs back in with a 3-1 count. Beck fires again. That one on the ground for a base hit. And going to be waved home is Rarick, digging for the plate, and his helmet comes off as he touches home safe for run number 11. Caden Graff with an RBI single, his first hit of the game, and now after 4 trips to the plate, he's 1 for 1. Go figure. Brings up Chayton Sen as we'll have another meeting on the mound here for the Twins, and it looks like that's going to do it for Carter Beck. So Beck will walk off the mound. We'll see who the new man is pitching for the Twins. 11-5 your score here. 6 runs for the Stars in the bottom of the 5th inning. And still looking around, seeing who it's going to be. It's going to be Chayton Sen, we know, in the box. Sen coming in for Crescent at the catcher position. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out to center his first time up, and he's got Caden Graff over at first after the single. And so it looks like on the mound, it is going to be Callum Hollinger who will be taking the bump. Hollinger will warm up. We'll take a quick break and be right back right after this on Magnitude Sports. 11-5, the Stars leading the Twins.
Now pitching for Southeast.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
And we're back. Hollinger's warm-ups in the books as it brings up Chayton Sen. Sen 0 for 1. He's got a runner over at first, and Caden Graff, as Hollinger will check on the runner, firing back over. 5-11 your score here. The Stars exploding for 6 here in the bottom of the 5th, and they're threatening for more with 1 on and 1 down. First pitch, and that one inside to Sen for ball 1. Chayton Sen, Grant Manor, and Eli Mock, the 3 scheduled to hit should we reach that far into the order. 1-0, runner goes as the pitch comes in high for a ball. Sliding into second is Graff, and he's safe.
An update on the counterpart of the Stars. The Astros are defeated by Brookings 13-11.
Wow, so another high-scoring game.
All around.
Thank you for that update, Chris, as we have a 2-0 count to Sen. And Sen dribbles it over towards third. Tremble firing. Actually, that's not Tremble, as that Paul gets away, and now taking off for second is going to be Sen. Over to third goes Graff as he's held up. Runners on second and third for Grant Matter. Over at third, that's Sutter Bollig.
Designated hitter, Grant Matter.
Matter has 2 in scoring position. He's 1 for 3, flying out, grounding out, and then singling his last time up.
An ideal batter to have in the box for the Stars.
Absolutely. Matter was the designated hitter in game 1 as well, and he's really starting to come into his own with the Stars. One of those younger guys as he takes the pitch for strike 1. That's what's nice about being able to follow Post 400 last season and go into this season. I've had the privilege of seeing some of these guys really grow and develop as players, and it's nice to see the steps that they've made along the way. A 1-pitch Matter line drive, base hit, and scoring is going to be Graff as Sen is going to be waved around as well. Throw on the way in towards the plate, sliding, and he's out. Sen thrown out at the plate, and it's the second out of the inning. Graff scoring, Sen out, and it's now 12-5. 7-run ball game.
Third baseman, Eli Mock.
Brings up Eli Mock. What a throw that was. Nice relay going. Mock 1 for 3, flying out twice and then singling. 2 down and a runner on second for Mock. Takes the first pitch for a ball. One-0. Mock takes high for ball 2. Two-0 pitch outside for ball 3. Matter holding up over at second. Mock takes as the pitch from Hollinger finds the zone for strike 1. 3-1 the count. And a big chop from Mock for strike 2. Count now full at 3-2. Payoff pitch. Survey says strike 3. Mock swinging. It's a drop third strike, and now taking off over towards first. Throw on the way, and he's safe. He is safe on the drop third strike, and it puts runners on the corners. And the inning continues for Post 400.
Absolutely insane. Not something you see very often is a drop third strike, and then you make it to first.
Very rare indeed. And makes me think of the Blue-White series to start off the year for Post 400. It was actually a drop third strike that Team White was able to take the lead on in one of the early games. And one of the wildest things I've ever seen is now the catcher will throw back over towards third base as Mock will take second on the steal. Locked is 3 for 3, and he just needs the home run for the cycle. A double, a single, and a triple. And he takes the pitch to even the count at 1. Has been absolutely raking in the box. One. Locked lifts it out towards center field, charging in and making the catch to end the inning. So that's going to do it here for a wild bottom of the 5th. As 2 are left on, we take you to the top of the 6th. 7 coming across for the Stars. It's 12-5 on Magnitude Sports, and back with more baseball in a moment. And we're back. Welcome to the top of the 6th inning. 7 coming across for post 400 in the bottom of the 5th to make it a 12-5 game. And Easton Rarick is going to be taking the mound here for the Stars in the top of the 6th inning. Chris, you were right on. We saw Rarick warming up with Hanson a little bit, and Rarick coming out now to pitch. And he'll face off against the 9-1-2 hitters for the Twins. Peyton Ballin, Sutter Bollig, and Callum Hollinger, the 3 scheduled to hit. Ballin is 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. So we're about 2 hours into this ball game. 9:31 your local time. Hour 59 gone.
Leading off the top half of the 6th for Southeast. Number 5, Peyton Ballin.
So here comes Peyton Ballin to start things off. Rarick from the windup. First pitch lifted out towards right field. Charging in his Hasbargen as it's going to drop for a base hit. 1 up and 1 on for the top of the order in Sutter Bollig.
Third baseman Sutter Bollig.
Bollig is 1 for 1 with a single. We saw Rarick come in the previous game for the Stars, coming in to close out that one. Uses a late reliever here in their second game. And Rarick's pitch is taken low for a ball. One-0 pitch on the way and outside for ball 2. Two-0 from Rarick. Fastball taken for ball 3. Taking off for second is going to be Ballin, and he's in standing up. 3-0 to Bollig.
As I look at the last game, Rarick threw 6 pitches, 3 strikes, 3 balls.
Very quick outing for him. That's probably why we see him here for the second time today. Not too much wear and tear on that arm. 3-0 pitch is going to be taken for strike 1. Count now at 3-1 to Bollig. (3-1), and it's taken for ball 4 after a slight hesitation. He will get the free pass over at first as it puts on 2 for Callum Hollinger.
Center fielder Callum Hollinger.
Hollinger 2 for 3, singling, grounding out, and then singling again. First pitch is outside for a ball.
A really impressive catch there, I must say.
Yeah, it was a nice snag there by Sen, who's behind the plate, and saving a few bases as the 1-0 comes in and is taken for ball 2. (2-0) pitch taken for ball 3. Should Hollinger walk? That would load the bases for Carter Beck. And he does. First 3 on here for the Twins, so hang on a second. We might have something brewing.
Could the momentum shift?
Top of the 6th here, bases loaded for Carter Beck.
20, Carter Beck.
Beck is 0 for 3, grounding out, flying out, and then grounding out again. Ballin over at third, Bollig over at second, Hollinger over at first. Those are your faces on the bases for the Twins. And Sen will have a quick word with Rarick over on the mound. And still 0 outs here in the top of the 6th as well. First pitch in for strike 1. Oh, 1 on the way from Rarick. And that one missing low for a ball to even the count. (1-1) from the windup. That one just missing the zone for ball 2. 2-1 now. The classic hitters count to Carter Beck. Rarick's pitch grounded, and that one hitting the runner. It looks like maybe, as that's going to score one. Ballin coming home and Bollig coming home as well. It's 2 runs coming across for the Twins. And more runs. It's 12-7.
Catcher Brody Dorrance.
Brings up Brody Dorrance. Dorrance, who's 1 for 3, grounding out, flying out, and then singling. Back to a 5-run game as Dorrance takes for ball 1. Runner goes on the pitch. Dorrance checking his swing. Umpire going to say that he went for a strike as Beck is safe with a stolen base.
Having deja vu.
Yeah. It was a fast start to the inning, and the Stars kept it rolling, and now a fast start here for the Twins as they try and claw their way back into the game. Dorrance swinging for strike 2. Deja vu all over again. 1-2 taken for a ball. Count even at 2. Pitch on the way, taken for a ball, and Sen able to locate it in time. Full count now, 3-2 to Brody Dorrance. Payoff pitch on the way. Survey says line shot into the glove of Rarick. What a catch. First out of the inning. You really have to be on your toes out on the mound right after throwing the pitch for, well, situations just like that, and Rarick was able to squeeze the leather for out number 1. As it brings up Connor Kerr. Kerr 1 for 3. Striking out singling, then reaching on a fielder's choice. 2 in scoring position for Kerr as he takes for ball 1. 1-0 chopped on the ground over towards first as Hansen fires over to Rarick, who covers the bag for out number 2. Hollinger coming in to score to make it 12-8.
Rarick really showing how versatile he is.
Yeah, you can see the middle infield background on him. Of course, usually stationed over at shortstop, and a nice job covering the bag off the mound. And a nice catch right before that. First pitch to Cade Phillips is taken for strike 1. Phillips is 0 for 2, flying out, striking out, and walking. 0-1, just missing the zone for a ball. One on the way up, high for ball 2. .25 pitches now on the game for Rarick. And the 2-1 misses high for ball 3. And a big chop for strike 2. Count now full between Rarick and Phillips. Rarick looking to end the top of the 6th. And he does. He got him looking for strike 3. A Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for the 3rd out of the inning. 1 is going to be left on as 3 come across for the Twins, and we've got a ball game here. 12-8, a 4-run game, 20 combined runs between the Twins and the Stars. And we're back with the bottom of the 6th. Asbark and Bryant and Hansen, the 3 scheduled to hit right after this on Magnitude Sports.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
And we're back in action. Game 2 for the Twins and the Stars in the FM tournament. Game 3 at Starion Bank Field out in Fargo, North Dakota. 9:41 your local times. We're 2 hours and 9 minutes into the ball game. And it's going to be Nick Hasbargen leading things off. Hasbargen, Bryant, and Hansen, the 3 scheduled to hit. And for Nick Hasbargen, he's 0 for 1 walking a sacrifice bunt and then reaching on an air. As he takes the first pitch for strike 1 from Callum Hollinger, who's now on 15 pitches on the game. 0-1, and Hasbargen hits it down the line and foul. And a nice grab by Coach Nelson as he fires back over to the mound. Puts the count at a quick 0-2.
You know, we talked earlier about how quick the time between innings are. I'm really grateful for that now.
Yeah. As Hasbargen fouls it off to keep the count at 0-2. Sun's starting to go down here in Fargo. Once again, a beautiful evening, as it has been all year long, it seems like. Hasbargen taking up high for a ball. That is one of my absolute favorite parts of this job, is I get to see a beautiful sunset practically every night as the 1-2 is chopped on for strike 3 and out number 1. A Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Callum Hollinger. Back to the top of the order with Matt Bryant.
Shortstop, Matt Bryant.
Bryant 1 for 4, striking out, grounding out, flying out, and then singling. Bryant now over at shortstop after the few substitutions made as he swings for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Bryant sends it the other way out towards left field, and a nice catch by Peyton Ballin for out number 2. Looked like that one was bound to drop, but Ballin able to cover a lot of ground, and it brings up Colby Hansen. Hansen settles in with the bases empty and 2 down. He's 2 for 4 with a single, a flyout, a double, and then a strikeout. First pitch taken for strike 1. Oh, and 1-2 Hansen. Hollinger fires again, and it's up high. Count even at 1. One, ball 2. Two 2-1 from Hollinger. Hansen takes for ball 3. The 3-1 pitch, and Hansen will walk. 2-out walk for Colby Hansen, and it puts on 1 for Easton Rarick. Rarick is 1 for 3 on the game. Flying out, grounding out, walking, and then singling. And Rarick, of course, now the new man out on the mound for the Stars, tasked with closing this game out. He'll have at the minimum a 4-run lead going into the top of the 7th. Rarick taking the first pitch for a ball. Runner goes. Throw on the way from Dorrance. That one getting by, and Hansen will be safe over at second, and now taking off for third. Hansen sliding into third. The tag is down, and he's safe. Hansen getting 2 bags on that exchange. Now just 90 feet away from scoring run number 13. Count is at 2-0 to Rarick. Hollinger's pitch popped up very, very high and carrying out of play over the dugouts and out onto that wiffle ball field. And a kid hopping the fence, going to go grab that one, and we salute his efforts.
Impressive.
I think I would slice my leg trying to do that as the 2-1 comes in, and it's tipped foul by Rarick for strike 2. Twos across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, pitch on the way and outside for a ball. Count now full to Rarick. Also like to say hi to Jim from Denver, North Carolina. Thanks for watching as Rarick will walk. Runners on the corners now for Caden Graff. Graff is 1 for 1, walking his first 3 times up, and then a single in his previous at-bat. Hansen over at third, Rarick over at first for Graff. Runner goes, pitch on the way, up high, taken for ball 1, and Rarick slides in head first. That one taken for a ball. Graff telling the runner Hansen to hold up over at third. Graff out ahead of the count at 2-0. Third pitch of the at-bat on the way, and Graff sends that one out towards left field, and it's caught. Oh, what a catch by Peyton Ballin. And that's going to do it for the bottom of the 6th. A nice bottom of the 6th for Peyton Ballin as 2 are left on and none coming across. Your score remains 12-8, a 4-run lead for the Stars to protect as we head towards the top of the 7th. We'll see if they can do just that or if the Twins have another rally in them. Back with an exciting potential finish to this game after this on Magnitude Sports.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
All right, welcome back. It's the last chance here for the Twins. They trail by 4 here as you approach the top of the 7th. And Chris, you have another score update?
Top of 7th for Team Manitoba and Fargo Post 2. 2 outs. Fargo leads 2-0. 1 strike. We'll see where those 2 outs lead.
All right, well, thank you for that update once again, as of course we've got baseball going all across the FM area in the FM tournament. It's going to be Dylan Fry leading things off. Fry, Himmelsbeck, and Ballin, the three scheduled to hit. Merrick had 28 pitches in his first inning of work. As he kicks and fires to start off the 7th. That one sent out towards Graff out and left. And Graff makes the catch for out number 1. One pitch, one out. Peak efficiency for Easton Rarick. And it's 1 down and 2 to go for the Stars.
Number 11, Mitch Himmelsbeck.
Mitch Himmelsbeck up next. He's 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and then a ground out. Pitch on the way, popped up high and foul over everyone's head. 0-1. Second pitch of the at-bat, line drive and dropping for a hit into the gap, and it's the 3rd hit of the game for Mitch Himmelsbeck. He continues to swing a nice bat for the Twins.
Number 5, Peyton Ballin.
Peyton Ballin up next, and he's had a nice game, both out in the field and at the plate. A couple of nice catches, and he's 2 for 2 with a walk and 2 singles. Not a bad contribution from your number 9 hitter, as Rarick will check the runner over at first. First pitch, Ballin takes, high for ball 1. On the way. That one popped up out towards center, lucked, meandering on over and making the catch for out number 2. And now down to their final out. It's the top of the order, and Sutter Balog. Balog, I should say. Balog 1 for 1, singling and then walking. And he needs to reach safely to keep this game going. First pitch from Rarick. And it's in for strike 1. Oh, and 1 the count. Rarick's second pitch swung on for strike 2. Throwing back over to first is Sen, as Himmelsbeck gets back in safely. And now the Twins down to their final strike. Dogs barking from the dugout. Rarick got him swinging over to first on the drop third strike. The throw on the way, and there's your ball game. 2-0 now in the first day of the FM tournament, and the Stars taking care of business on their home turf. A Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout closing things out for Easton Rarick, who closes out his 2nd straight game. 12-8 your final score here between the Stars and the Twins, and that's going to do it here. Day 1 of the FM tournament out at Starion Bank Field. Of course, we'll be bringing you coverage tomorrow as well. 2 games for Post 400, one at 1 o'clock and one at 4 o'clock. And we've also got WPSL coverage of the Dakota Fusion women's team. And that one can be found at 4 o'clock. And all those games can be found on Magnitude Sports. For Chris, and I'm Eric Tiongson here with Magnitude Sports. Before we wrap up, any final thoughts, Chris?
Really good game. I'm excited to see where this leads tomorrow and hopefully see him on Saturday.
Well, there you go. So that's going to do it for us two tonight. And I'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in today. Hope each and every one of you had as much fun watching these games as I had doing them. But until next time, hope to see you all again soon, and have a great night.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.